This could be the hot take of the year here, but do water and electrolytes play a role in muscle cramps at all?
What makes a little bit more sense, the electrolyte dehydration hypothesis or the neuromuscular imbalance hypothesis? Let's go. We better explain a little bit more because, it's pretty easy to, at first glance to think about what the issue is for the electrolyte dehydration imbalance hypothesis, right? Like you're depleted in electrolytes, didn't get those right, or you're dehydrated. Let's move over to the neuromuscular hypothesis. And what are we talking about? The hypothesis is that cramping is really a neuromuscular issue that tends to be due a little bit more to a lack of familiarity and with the task that you're doing in the context that you're doing. And to understand it more, we need to go a little bit into the weeds of physiology and think about some of the neuromuscular nerve receptors and sensors that are in our musculoskeletal neuromuscular system. And there's two main ones. There's a number, but the two big ones in this hypothesis is one called your muscle spindle. And these muscle spindle are little sensors that are in every muscle fiber that talk to the nerves that go back to the spinal cord sensors that are actually within the muscle. So if your muscle's being stretched, they're telling your brain and spinal cord about that stretch. And then we've got another one also looking at tension, and it's called the Golgi tendon organ, and it sits in all of your tendons, right? So every time your Achilles tendon is one that we all know, like that's our largest tendon in the body is the Achilles tendon. It also is talking to the brain and spinal cord. Now, what winds up happening in this hypothesis is that there is chatter between the muscle spindle and the Golgi tendon and the spinal cord to make sure that your coordination is correct. And that chatter is there for a reason. It's there to make sure that everything is going on in our body is right and makes sense, and we're not going to injure ourselves. But all of a sudden, when we're doing something that's unfamiliar and we haven't done before, there's sometimes this reflex that occurs, and it causes the muscle to cramp and spasm. And the thinking is that spasm, that cramp, is there for actual reason, and it's there